Well, the Tennessee Vols are 1-0 after a impressive 45-26 win over Syracuse. Is Syracuse a top 25 team? No. They are going to be a mid to bottom ACC team this year. I will say this about Syracuse, though. They are much better offensively than I thought they were. And Jelly, he's a nice quarterback. I will say he's going to be one of the better quarterbacks in the ACC. That guy is poised. He's accurate, got a good arm. I was very impressed with him. But let's don't get it twisted. I really believe that Syracuse defense is garbage, and Tennessee showed it. They showed it today. But, hey, listen, we did what we were supposed to. We did what we were supposed to do. And, the Josh Heupel offenses of the last 3 or 4 years, they're continuing to do the same thing, and that is run the football effectively. 246 yards rushing. We had 3 running backs that altogether, those guys got over 200 yards rushing, led by Star Thomas. He's a nice back, guys. I'm telling you that he was the pickup out of Duke. In the transfer portal, he is a nice addition. The question for Heupel is, how's he getting these guys enough carries, all of them? Because, when you look here at the stats here of the running backs, Star Thomas, he got the ball 12 times. Bishop got it 11. Lewis got it 8. So, the problem is keeping them guys happy and getting them enough carries. But, man, they're going to be fresh all game long. And, you can't beat that. I'm very, very happy with that. Tennessee, again, kind of continuing off what we did last year. Good rush defense. Only allowed 103 yards rushing. And I will tell you, Syracuse has got that running back, Willis. He's nice, man. He's nice. He's got power, speed. He's a problem. He's going to cause a lot of ACC defenses issues this year. I was very impressed with him and Jelly as well. Now, Syracuse defense has a lot of issues. Tennessee showed that in this game that, it's going to be, unless they fix some things, it's going to be a long year for them defensively. But, man, you look at this game and you just go, Tennessee's going to be able to lean on the run game, it looks like, in 2025. And these receivers can get better every single game. Braylon Staley, really a guy we don't talk that much about in the offseason. We talked more about Mike Matthews and Chris Brazzell. He led the receiving, had over 90 yards receiving. Brazzell had a nice day. He had 5 catches. So, I think receiving-wise, we did a good job. Aguilar threw the ball for 248 yards. But the key part, Aguilar had 0 interceptions. Now, he did have 1 turnover down there where, I think it was Star Thomas and him got kind of at the mesh point. They fumbled the ball, and I think that was the running back's fault from what I saw. He should have took it, and he didn't. But I really thought Aguilar did a great job. If I had to give Aguilar a grade, I'd give him an A. Maybe not A+. He didn't throw for 300+ yards, but he managed the offense well. And here's the thing. I kept getting comments from different people saying, this dude's trash. He threw 24 interceptions the past 2 seasons. And I said, and I always come back to 2 things with Aguilar. I said, one, he got those interceptions because he played at a really bad football program the last 2 years in Appy State, and they were playing from behind, and he was trying to make plays. And I said, number 2, Josh Heupel's quarterbacks, they don't make mistakes typically. The most interceptions that a Josh Heupel quarterback at Tennessee has threw since 2021 is 6. That's not really that bad. So, and that is because in large part of the offense that we run and the fact that we run the ball so much as well. You can lean on the run game. It's not getting you in bad situations where you're having to kind of get yourself back into football games. And I knew Aguilar at least so far, he's showing that he's proven me right that I think he's not going to have an interception issue this year. So that's comforting to know. He looked really good. I mean, he really did. He's poised. Defensively, Colton Hood was so good in one-on-one coverage. Now, we got Jermod McCoy. He's going to be out probably at least a couple more weeks. And getting this guy in there and getting this guy reps is going to pay dividends down the road. Ricky Gibson, I think he got beat on like 1 play, but other than that, I didn't see him really give up anything. Now, where we did struggle, we gave up 274 yards through the air. And that was in large part due to, I think, just some zone coverage stuff. We weren't getting deep enough on some drops. We need to clean some of that stuff up, but that's very easily fixed, in my opinion. Penalties as well. We made some stupid penalties. We had 65 yards in penalties. Need to clean that up. It seems like we always have penalty issues, and that can cost you in big games. But I'll tell you, This Syracuse team, I will tell you right now, offensively, I think they're going to be in the top half of the ACC offensively. Angeli's a nice quarterback. The Willis guy at running back is a nice running back. They've got some weapons there offensively. They can give a lot of teams problems. Now, defensively, they did not look very good. And I don't know whether it's because they're that bad or Tennessee was that good offensively or it was a combination of both. But I'm very happy with this game. Tennessee covered the spread. Offensively, checked every box for the most part. And let's give kudos to that offensive line. Even David Sanders was out this week. We only had one returning starter from last year's team on the offensive line. Everybody was new as far as being starters except Hurd. And I thought they played really well. Ran the ball for 250 yards. Gave Aguilar all kinds of time to throw. But we're going to find out what we are made of in 2 weeks. And we got ETSU next week, but in 2 weeks we got the Georgia Bulldogs coming to Neyland. I think that's going to be a great game. I really want to see where we are. If there's somehow we can pull that off and get that upset, Tennessee is going to be well on its way to the college football playoffs in 2025. That will be a huge win if we could pull that off. And I like what I saw today. Like the offense. I liked our quarterback. I liked the new addition in Colton Hood. I thought our linebackers played really well at times. I will say our defensive line at times didn't have the push and wasn't as dominant as they were last year. I will say I have been saying that I don't think we lost. We were going to lose a step on that defensive line. I do think we've lost a step on that defensive line, at least after one game. We're not quite as good as we were last year. Now, we're still good. But last year we were great. We're not great this year on that defensive line. So we need to get better there. I do think the pass rush was really good at times. I thought Josephs did a really good job getting back to the quarterback. I think Tim Banks, our defensive coordinator, did a good job at dialing up blitzes and getting pressure. We had 5 sacks. That's really good. We had a ton of tackles for loss, so we were very disruptive and did a lot of good things. And I liked how active we were. I liked how we were getting in there and getting Angeli's face. And that's what I'm telling you. A lot of quarterbacks would not have been as poised as Angeli was today. Thought he did a really good job for the most part, kind of going up to against the defense that he was. But anyway, guys, I just want to jump on here and again give you the recap, give you the stats of this game. Tennessee needs to fix a couple things, but for the most part, I thought they played really well, and I'm excited about the rest of this season, and hopefully we can get to 9 or 10 wins and maybe even sneak into the college football playoffs. But guys, I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Bye.